Hello Year 10 students and parents of Year 10 students. My name is Jennifer Fernie and I have been asked to speak with you about pastoral care and leadership opportunities in Year 11 at St John's College. So the first really exciting thing that you have to look forward to as a new Year 11 student is the Senior School Commencement Dinner. So you can see here some of our smiling Year 11 students at the 2020 Commencement Dinner. That happens down at the Dubbo RSL in the auditorium. And we invite our students and their parents and some really inspirational and successful guest speakers to come along. And this is, I guess, where we as a community really celebrate and mark the significant step that you are making in commencing senior school. In terms of leadership at St John's College, when we think of leadership, I think most people probably think of the 26 elected leadership positions that we have in Year 12. And you can see that those positions are reflected there in those dot points. But what I am really hoping to give you an understanding of is that leadership is about so much more than what you see in those Year 12 positions at St John's College. So a lot of our leadership training that we complete in Year 11 is based around our house structures, and it's underpinned by a really strong philosophy on service leadership, which is quite a distinctively Catholic representation of leadership. So in terms of preparing you for your leadership roles, really where it all happens is term 3. So in term 1 and 2, we support you in lots of different ways into your positive ethos and focus on academics and study. We support you with your transition into senior school. And then on term 3, we start to look ahead to your leadership roles as Year 12 students, and we really work through some key steps to prepare you and train you for your leadership as Year 12 students. And the key thing that we'll ask you to do is actually demonstrate your potential as a leader. Show us what you are capable of as part of that leadership election process. And we as a staff will absolutely foster and support you in any leadership initiatives that you come up with. So we really ask you to think about what leadership means for you and who are some of the leaders that you have encountered in your life who have really inspired you and motivated you to be the best person that you can be. And this is part of the conversation that we will have on our leadership training day. So we want everybody to foster their own individual understanding or their personal understanding of what leadership means for them under that banner of service leadership that we promote at St John's College. And one of the ways that we ask students to do that is in the Term 3 House-Based Community Service Project. And this is where you'll work together with your peers on a project that you design, plan and implement. And the only real criteria is that your project will enhance our community in some way, that it will make our school or our local community a better place to live and a better place to spend our time. So as some examples of this year's community service project, I'm sure that you all remember the Go Green for Lennon Day, where Lennon House leaders asked students to make a donation and to wear a farmer's flannelette or work shirt to school for the day. They also had a huge bake sale and they actually raised nearly $2,000 for drought relief. So that was an amazing effort of Lennon House. The Morehouse students supported men's mental health by participating in the Blue Tree Project. So it's not really about fundraising, although they did raise significant funds that day, but it's really about awareness raising around the issue of men's mental health in our society. And there's a really beautiful legacy from Morehouse 2020 students of that gorgeous, vibrant blue tree that we have in our playground. LaSalle House completed Daffodil Day for the Cancer Council. And Macaulay House wrapped up our community service projects this year with their Valentine's Day roses and serenades. And their funds went towards their Year 12 charity, which is Claire's Angels. So there's lots of ways that you can already begin to demonstrate your leadership potential. So something as basic as attending Mass at St. John's, at St. Bridget's rather, when St. John's College is rostered on, even volunteering to do readings, and really getting involved in your house's community service project, and some other ideas there for you. So leadership training commences in term 3. So we take all of Year 11 to complete leadership training because we strongly believe that every senior student is a leader in their house. So we want everybody to complete that leadership training, not just the students who end up in the elected leadership positions. And then we work through all of these steps to support you to grow in your leadership skills. And that culminates in the announcement of those leadership roles at the Leadership Assembly in week 9. So here's some images from this year's Leadership Assembly. So this was in term 3 of 2019. And you can see on the right there that we have a beautiful tradition of the outgoing student leader announcing the incoming student leader in their portfolio and handing them their role description. So there's Andy Dickerson. He was a ministry captain, and he's handing over his leadership portfolio to Ethan Barnes, who's one of our current ministry captains. On the left, that photo was actually taken straight after the induction ceremony here at school, and this is the 26-year elected leaders that we have, our 26 Year 12 elected leaders for 2020. At the beginning of term 4, we mark your transition from Year 11 into Year 12 with the induction mass down at St. Bridget's. And this is where we invite your parents and your family along, and you will receive your Year 12 badge, and all of the elected leaders also receive their leadership badges. So you can see on the right there that this is after the students have collected their badges and they're standing together in their house groups. And then afterwards, here's lots of inducted student leaders wearing their big smiles, ready to share dinner with their parents on the lawn of St. Bridget's. So we are very much looking forward to welcoming you into our senior school at St. John's College. We're excited by this year's Year 10 cohort, and we're looking forward to assisting you to essentially grow into the young people that we know we can assist you to become. We want you to be active members of our community and to leave St. John's College at the end of Year 12 ready to make a really valuable and meaningful contribution to society. So good luck with all of your decision making around subject selections and so forth. And please be assured that regardless of what pathway you take through Year 11 and Year 12, there's lots of exciting things to look forward to beyond the classroom.